is. We're gonna continue to do what we do, over here. But that's definitely, interesting that Dame Dash is now, threatening to go to the CEO of Hot 97, which is it's crazy. But anyway,
he ain't playing no games. He's coming. Indeed.
Yeah, man. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Old God and SamAnt going in today on this Thursday. Everybody listening on YouTube, you already know what to do. Hit that like button and make sure that you share this video. Yeah, man. Not too much going on, today. I did see this though, SamAnt. Common was pretty much asked about the Super Bowl and Travis Scott, and he left a statement. Looked like TMZ caught up to him. So I'll play this clip and get your thoughts on this.
Man, do you feel like you should ask him for his blessings? Man, that Super Bowl, man, I ain't really supporting the NFL don't really support black people. They not supporting Kaepernick in a way that, when I say they don't support black people, they not support, like Kaepernick said he was standing up for people who were being shot down, black and brown. NFL basically blackballed them. They shown how they feel about us for real. I respect the NFL players, but the owners, man, they ain't showing up.
That's deep right there. What he said, 100% accurate. And just before I let you go, I want the Cam Newton situation now. I don't know if you know, but he's might not even be playing for the 2019 season because they kept him in while his shoulder was still hurt. He was taking too many hits, so now he's in jeopardy of missing a whole season. That's just another reason. But Common, that's real talk. Colin Kaepernick, protested. They blackballed him. They straight up blackballed him. He can't even get a job on the worst team in the NFL. SamAnt, what are your thoughts about Common saying, look, he's not really rocking with the NFL like that, and we shouldn't be either?
I respect him.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
I respect the perspective 100%, and I understand where he's coming from. And like you said, we got close family members, your father in particular, who still don't watch the NFL.
Yeah, true.
And diehard Redskins fan to the death. But ain't watching the NFL because he doesn't like what's going on, and he's not the only one out there. There's a number of people that are out there doing the same thing. You have other people who 100% agree with what Colin Kaepernick's doing, but they still watch football because there's certain things that's going to really change things and certain things that aren't. Travis Scott performing at the Super Bowl is getting a lot of criticism right now, but let's keep it real. Whether he performs or not isn't going to change anything. Same thing goes with Big Boy. Same thing goes with commercials. And Common says something that I kind of disagree with. He respects the players, but how don't you hold them accountable? Because they are the one thing that could really change something. If they all collectively got together, your what's my man that plays for the Eagles? Malcolm Jenkins of the world and all them people, and he's been criticized, and we've been very fond of him on this podcast, but there's some things that we got to even dig deeper in when it comes to him in this whole broader scheme of things. But imagine if all the players got together and say, you know what, fuck them. Yeah, we could take a game check or two, but fuck that, we're gonna shut down for a weekend.
Well, I don't think he meant it that way. I think he kind of meant it like he respects the players, but the owners ultimately have the power because the players, yeah, they could definitely do that, but the owners are the ones that ultimately did blackball him. And when I think that he's saying respect the players, like he respects what they're, at least some of them are trying to do. That's just my interpretation of it. But of course, we know, like, the players should stand up. But then people always say, well, what if you was on your job? Would you stand up if you had to miss? Even in like with this government, shutdown. I seen a video earlier where the government workers, IRS workers, are saying they ain't got money to feed their family and gas to work. So yeah, so it's like, when you working for a company, no matter what, it's like it's not as easy as people think to say, oh, I'm just going to boycott this. Nah, you working for the company. You know what I mean? So maybe that's where he could be coming from. I also agree with you when you say, okay, we don't perform, somebody else does. Nothing's going to change. You're going to have your group of people who are still going to be watching it. It's a shame, but we don't move as a collective. So to act like we do now is crazy.
I think, and I 100% agree with what you're saying, but I hold professional athletes in particular to a higher perspective and to a higher bar. And I don't mean that when it comes to people, because we all bleed shit and walk the same way. But me getting laid off with an IRS worker not being able to grab gas for their kid to go to work and things like that, not provide for the kid, that's one thing. But when you got $1 million contracts, $100,000 of contracts, and you think if we collectively amongst each other as a team shut this down enough, it wouldn't take long for there to be some radical change. Now, you sign a contract to play professional ball. This is something that you've dreamt to do. You're put on a higher level. No one's saying you have to do it, but just imagine if a couple of them actually did. I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't. I'm not saying you have to. Just imagine if a couple of them did, how much money would they actually, in the grander scheme of things, really lose?
Yeah.
I mean,
but then on the other hand, though, like to kind of even look to show you how like trash the NFL really is, we see like the players that making, you know, the millions is a lot of, but you got a lot of them ain't really making that much money either.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So that's even like a, you know, another point to like, damn, NFL is just complete trash.
And then you see a lot of players now, especially particularly in the Pittsburgh Steelers, excuse me, Le'Veon Bell, a couple other players, they sitting out. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Not doing it. And they're called selfish and they're called this and they're called this, but it's a business. And when you look at the NBA and you look at the MLB, I'm not sure how the NHL is structured. And you look at these people, these athletes getting guaranteed contracts. I remember Ryan Howard, who played for the Phillies years back, $125 million guaranteed.
Yep.
Got his leg broke the next year, still got his money.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's baseball. Basketball, same thing. You look at the most dangerous sport in all of the world, one of the most dangerous sports in all the world, and not only are their contracts guaranteed, but their pensions aren't guaranteed. They're getting thrown around like nothing, and then they're making pennies on the dollar compared to their cohorts in other sports. It's sickening. It's sad.
They're getting killed out there too. I mean, you talk about, you know, the injuries. If you, I know you always heard this when you listen to the press conference. They would say everybody's always playing hurt. That's not a good thing. That everybody's got to play hurt each and every, you know, Fletcher Cox, you know, out there hurt, and all Eagles different players. So it's crazy, man. The NFL is a mess, but you know, you got some people who watch it, some don't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, another episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast in the books on this Thursday in the middle of January. Everybody listening on YouTube, man, go ahead and do me a favor and hit the like button. Yes, sir. That's all I pretty much got over here.
Indeed, man. As I look through the ticker, there's not much going on this evening, but we're very excited about the live podcast tomorrow.
Yep.
Going on. We ain't going to talk about the bullshit here on the Uncensored Truth podcast. I'm sure there's a lot of y'all that see what's going on in hip hop. That's just not our cup of tea. Y'all go and enjoy that on these other platforms. We get to the real, we get to the raw, we get to the truth over here. We just had a great interview with a brother, Mr. Johnson. I'll leave it at that. We're going to drop that on the Uncensored Truth podcast. So if you happen to be watching this on Hip Hop News Uncensored or Vile Hip Hop News, make sure you hop over to the Uncensored Truth podcast official channel and check out that interview because it was powerful. You're not going to want to miss that. Oh, God, before we get out of here, I know we got the live podcast tomorrow, so we'll talk about this a little more. But real quick, your pre-fight picks. Adrian Broner versus Manny Pacquiao Saturday.
Oh, this week?
That's this week, man. January 19th. You might have to come through. I mean, it's late. I know you be getting in the crib and tucking in, but I'll be watching the fight, man. January 19th. Adrian Broner versus Manny Pacquiao, man. Who you got?
I'm with Pacquiao, man.
I'm just not surprises me.
I'm just not serious. I'm not sold on Broner, man. I just thought, you know, at one point he was, you know, who he really wasn't. You know, I thought he was going to be a great prize fighter, and he kind of disappointed me. I hope that he wins. I'm going to go with Pacquiao.
Man, I hate to agree with you. I hate to agree with you. But looking at Pacquiao, he's not going to lay down. Does Adrian Broner have everything it takes to knock him out, everything it takes to outbox him for 12 rounds and make him look silly? Absolutely.
But will he?
It comes to like the 6th or 7th round when it's like, all right, you got a choice to make. Are you going to take this from him? And we've seen him come short so many times. So I'm going to have faith, like you said, in Adrian Broner and reserve my pick probably until the live podcast tomorrow. But I hope you're wrong. Kind of leaning toward where you're thinking, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, So we'll definitely, that's going to be a good one, though, man.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. But another episode of the